Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The final wolf is here. It's Vozlak of the North. Gonna review it for you. Drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333 for all the pictures. It's werewolf time. So it's October. Yep, it's my favorite month of the year. And I wish Halloween was kind of in the middle of October, you know, not right at the end, because then the very next morning is November. And it ain't October anymore, and that kind of sucks. But anyway, I'm going to be bringing you some cool horror content this month. And I got a nice little Halloween Kills video coming up for you soon. Something special, something different. And now that this werewolf is here, I'll probably bring you another top 10 werewolf collectible action figure video. Quite a few have turned up since I did the last one. But look at this, man. Oh, this was the one I was least excited about, the white one. You know, I just thought, I'll get him to complete the set of 4. But he's probably going to be my least favorite. And when Dylan turned up, the black one, I had a feeling started to creep in where I was going to start to come around to this one a bit more and appreciate it. And I really do. I might have to think about it first, but I'll have to do a separate video where I put them in order of which one I like most. And I'll show you all 4 together now, but that looks really, really nice. It's not just a flat white, you can see there's different tones, more greys, kind of gets darker around the chest, or that might just be the shadow. I'll put them on the rotating base and get another look at him, but it looks ferocious. And there's all 4 of them together. It's no easy feat because they're quite difficult to get hold of. And I got my 2 here from Big Bad Toy Store. I had to pre-order them, it took a long time to come in. They both came separately, but finally done now. And I have the complete set of 4. These ones I got earlier on eBay. And the black one is the hardest, I think, to track down. I think that's the one everyone's really after. It's the only one with like scars across his face, and it's just black and awesome. So that's the one most folks want. And then I guess it's a toss-up between these two, the grey or the brown, even though the grey one kind of reads quite blue most of the time. So that's what they all look like together, folks. It's well worth getting them. I mean, you only need one really. You know, just pick the one that you want to go after the most. I mean, you're good with either one of these. You will not be disappointed. But if you can track down Dylan, then that's the one I'd get. But he's going to be quite difficult to track down, because they're not like officially fully, I don't know how it works. I think it's basically just one guy makes these, and they're pretty much custom figures, I guess. I mean, they're available from places like Big Bad Toy Store and other places sell them, but they sell out so fast and it doesn't seem to be high quantities out there. So I'm not sure exactly what the situation is with them, but they're very hard to come by. So if you do get an opportunity to pre-order one, then I wouldn't let that pass by, because they're definitely contenders for the best werewolf action figures ever made. So the white one, Vozlak here, is the only one that has red eyes. They're not completely red. There's some kind of orangey yellow in the middle and right around the edges. But that's the only one with red eyes. The rest have yellow eyes, which is really nice. But that does, make this one a little bit more intense. He's also got those high kind of pointing ears. That kind of varies. Like on this one, the ears go back. Same with Dylan, the black one. His ears go back, like in literally about to attack you kind of mode. Whereas Vozlak here, and the grey, or blue, however you want to call it, both have ears sticking right up and have a similar kind of tuft of hair on their chin. And it's a little bit different on the chin. Not quite as much as of a tuft of hair, and also the same for the brown one. So little differences here and there between them, but basically they're all very similar as far as the body goes, I think. I'm not too sure if there's any differences. I don't think there is, other than the colour, but some subtle differences on the head sculpts. Now they are 1/12 scale figures, these werewolves, but they're big werewolves. So there's another 1/12 scale figure made by a different company. That's Art the Clown from Terrifier by Mezco Toys. So you can see how big they are. It's kind of crazy. I mean, especially with 4 of them coming after. Even Art the Clown wouldn't stand a chance, surely. You know, I wouldn't put it past him. Little sneaky little Art the Clown might be able to find a way around this particular situation. But yeah, that's a film I'd like to see. As I mentioned in the review for Dylan, I've been using these 1/6 scale figure stands to hold these guys up. They stand up pretty well by themselves, but I've had them fall over, so I thought, you know, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to get some stands for them, because they will eventually topple over, because they're very top heavy. Very bulky figures, but that chest and the arms, and it's all a very solid heavy figure, so he will tumble. Best to get some stability for him. You might be, you know, able to find better stands than these, but these work just great. I got like a multi-pack of 10 on eBay, and they've been coming in really handy for these wolves. Bit of peace of mind. And I just noticed that all these 3 have kind of shiny black nails on their feet and hands, but Dylan has more of a grey kind of dry brushed nail situation on the feet as well there. So he has a different paint scheme for his claws compared to all the other ones. Alright, rotating base action. Just so you can see all the beautiful detail on the sculpt. It's got a tail, as they all do. Had to warm up his butt with a heat gun this time to get the tail in. Didn't have to do that with Dylan. Articulation has been a bit of an issue with the first run. Very stiff joints, like really stiff. And on this kind of second run, or maybe third run, I'm not sure, but there was a bit of a stretch of time where the maker of the figures wanted to, you know, work on the articulation to make it easier for people. It looks like he's leaning forward a fair bit. I have to be careful with this one. I was pretty late to the game with these. As I mentioned in a previous video, I didn't realize how big they were. You know, because I had the Veteran William 1/12 scale figure, and I thought they were a similar size to that, and I was very wrong. I'll get a Veteran William for you for comparison in a minute. But yeah, just check out the amazing detail here. Let's see his face come around. Those red eyes, nice sharp fangs, pointy ears, articulated jaw. Okay, there it is next to Veteran William. That's a different company who makes him on the left. But that was, and still is, one of the best werewolf action figures you can get. Crazy amount of variety of different looks you can get with that figure. It comes with a lot of gear, a lot of head sculpts, outfits, check it out, and weaponry. But the Great Wolves on the right is far, far more such a strong presence. This is it, man. This is a werewolf. I mean, the head looks like the head of a wolf. Beautiful paint. And that is my idea of a true raw werewolf form. It's a full moon tonight. I noticed that when I was out walking my dog. I always think about it when I look up and see a full moon. I think, yep, probably not the best night to be out and about. There's the NECA Howling Werewolf. That's not 1/12 scale. I'm not sure exactly what scale NECA figures are generally, but yeah, I think it's 1/10. Not sure. Let me know in the comments. But he is gaining on the Great Wolves on the right there. He's Not quite as tall, and he's on a little base as well because he won't stand up on his own. But that's how big the Howling Werewolf looks next to Vozlak. Okay, a little look at the box. So what you're looking for is Loosecollector, the Crypt, Vozlak of the North. Just type all of that into eBay, I guess, or wherever you manage to track one of these down, and you should be able to find at least one of the color variants. Figure does come with a variety of other hands, including fists and some nice sharp claws. Very nicely sculpted. I mean, these hands are massive. They're like the same size as quarter scale figure hands, like a big Hot Toys figure like that. That's like a 19-inch figure, and his hands are actually smaller, I think, than the werewolf's hands, which are 1/12 scale. But altogether you get 6 hands. It's nice and easy to swap out the hands on this one. Very easy. No stress there. Alright folks, I'll keep it short and sweet because I've already reviewed the other 3 and they are very similar as far as articulation and stuff like that. So just check out the original review. I think it was a double review on these 2 at the same time. That's the original one. Then I got Dylan. Definitely check out that review because he just photographed so well and looked amazing in that review. And now we have the final one, Vozlak. So very happy to have them, very happy. Quite expensive each and hard to track down, but I'm such a big werewolf fan I didn't want to regret not getting these. And if I ever did sell them, which I very, very much doubt I'd ever do, I don't think I'd have any problem shifting them, you know. So if you can find them, definitely try and pick them up. Let me know what you think in the comments, folks. Happy hunting for these. Let me know if you manage to track one down. I'm genuinely happy for anyone who manages to snag one of these for their collection. And I hope you're having a good October so far. I'll be back soon with more horror-themed videos. And drop a like on this one for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Always good to hear from you. And I hope you're doing well. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.